Welcome to Nerdgasm, everyone. What's going on? Today we're going to be talking about some Flash Season 4 news that I found, and we have a new character being introduced in the Flash Season 4. It's possible that this character might show up more, even after this season, if it's received well by viewers, so I really hope you guys are excited for this one. The character being introduced next season is Elongated Man. Elongated Man is a guy, his name kind of gives away his powers. And he's a pretty not well-known superhero. I love when they do that stuff, even more than I do Easter eggs in mainstream superhero movies. I love when they bring in these characters that don't have enough recognition, and Elongated Man definitely deserves to have his name shown on some form of screen, other than like his 5-second cameo on Justice League. Elongated Man is someone who has powers that are similar to Mr. Fantastic of the Fantastic Four and Plastic Man. He can stretch his body, even though his stretching isn't as great as Mr. Fantastic's and Plastic Man's. You might be wondering, then why is he even around? Well, it's because his secondary power, which is not even really a power, his detective abilities. He's been said to be just as good a detective as Batman. I don't know how true that is, because again, he's not received well, so they didn't really give him as much airtime as he deserved. But yeah, apparently he's just as good a detective as Batman. But with the detective skills and his stretching ability, he's more human than meta, seeing as how he can't stretch as far. He has limits on what he can do. He's still very strong though. His elasticity is still crazy. He's just not invulnerable like Plastic Man. Plastic Man could take crazy damage and still survive. It's possible Plastic Man might even be immortal. We also got this small tidbit of them having Elongated Man in the show. It says right here, male, mid to late 30s, open ethnicity. Think Ryan Reynolds or Chris Pratt. Maybe not for me, but Ralph has the ability to stretch his body to superhuman lengths and sizes. However, while resculpting his old body is easy to do, Dibny finds losing the old misguided sense of truth and slobbery, even after joining the team at Star Labs, is a far more difficult task to accomplish. I'm assuming this is more of a younger Elongated Man, because the older Elongated Man was like very well put together. He was just a man's man, like a classic gentleman. So this is clearly a very young Dibny. Major recurring guest star with a series regular option for next season. This is great. This is great. We could have him show up in more seasons. And you know what? They need a detective. Let me rephrase that. They have Joe. They need a metahuman detective. Because that shit from last season where Savitar pretty much told everyone who he was, is I'm the future Flash, and no one got it, is fucking crazy. They need him on they need this detective on the team. They need a detective as good as Elongated Man on this team. Now, Elongated Man has been on other teams, like the Justice League International, and he was there with Mary Marvel, Captain Atom, a bunch of other people. But it's not just those side Justice League teams that he's been on. He's also been on the main Justice League team. I'm talking about the main Justice League team. Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, like all of them. He's been there, he was there. He doesn't talk a lot. He does not talk a lot. But he was there. You usually see him in the background. He's in background pictures doing his stretchy shit. But he's never really an active character. The other thing is, he's still had really important roles in the comic books. There was an entire arc that started with him losing his wife. He was the launching point for this whole secret killing murderer thing that happened, and it turned out to be someone's wife. I don't want to spoil it for you if you ever want to watch it, but the murderer turned out to be someone that they all knew, and it was just insane. He was the launching point for that series, and it teared me up inside because Elongated Man doesn't get enough recognition, but they killed his wife off. And it just drove him insane. And he spends the majority of the rest of any arc he's in trying to resurrect his wife. Eventually, he does end up dying. But the cool thing is that he's reunited with his wife in death. And they become ghost detectives, which is, probably like something that would be a spinoff of Supernatural. But it was adorable, the two of them together, solving mysteries as ghosts. They were pretty much like Deadman, if you know who Deadman is. But like all great superheroes, when they die, they either A, they come back, or B, they are resurrected as zombies. He was brought back to feed the Black Lanterns, him and his wife. They were both brought back to try and kill people, and it was very sad, but it was still pretty cool to see him come back even for a little bit. Blackest Night was just a recurrence of old people that had died a very long time ago. But with this introduction of them trying to make Team Flash larger, I like that Elongated Man is being brought into the picture. He definitely deserves it. I'm glad his character is getting some more recognition. Do you think that Elongated Man deserves to be here? Do you think they should have gone with someone else that you know that doesn't have enough recognition? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.